Greetings from near Oxford in Wheatley, outside of Oxford. Nice to be back with you after some weeks. And I'm happy to have my luggage back. I had some missing luggage for two and a half days, but it's back now. It's interesting how disoriented one can feel when you're missing your luggage and you're not at home where you have so many things already. Okay. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Lalita Sahagana Raghunatang Vitam Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha-Krsna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhuvya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. He Krishna karana sindhu dinabandho jagatpate gopesha gopika kanta radha kanta namostate. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriya Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let's see who all is here. Devotees all over the planet. There's Johannes in Oslo and Tiralita in whatever that village is called near London. And there's Marahari somewhere near Beijing. and Mangala Chandrika back in Radhadesh, and Anandamayi in somewhere in southeast Poland, and Kirtida Nandini, and it says Tulia. No? And Kirtida Nandini is somewhere around Celje, I think, in Slovenia. And Yamunamrita is somewhere, I think, between Maribor and Celje. Yeah. And Devasri Radhika is somewhere near Zurich. Everyone is somewhere near something. And there's Sri Ram, who likes to be known as Redmi 9, who is somewhere near Pula, maybe, or else somewhere near Riga. And there's Prema Sarovara, who's just outside.
Uriyeți, Guru Maharaj.
Huh? And there's Ivan, who is somewhere near Ljubljana, no, near Povrišja, let's say. And there's Gopi Krishna, who is in Shanghai. And there's Lavanya Lila and Srinivas. Srinivas in somewhere near Novi Sad, maybe. Hare Krishna, and there's Simantadvip, who is in, what is it called? Vila Gorica or something. Velika Gorica, yeah. And there's Manibanda in Good Airs, Buenos Aires. And there's Sita Rani, who now is in Birmingham, of all places. And there's Hiranya Pandit, who is just outside of Helsinki. And there's Marishi Sudevi, who is on Bodensee. Is that right? Yeah. And there's Hemangi Gopi, who is back in Bosnia, I think, Sarajevo. And there's Carolina somewhere around Zagreb, Hare Krishna. And there's Surya Kunda also somewhere around Zagreb. And there's Rajali Lavati, who is not in Pula. As much as she would prefer to be in Pula, she's in Fajana. Yeah. And there's Rasodari Hari, who is also in Velika Gorica. Velika Gorica means big little mountain, right? Yeah. And look, Chandrakanti Mataji is with us from Bulgaria, in the mountains of Bulgaria. Welcome, Chandrakanti Mataji. And who else is with us? Oh, there's quite a few. There's Vijaya Keshari and Yoga Narasingha. Yoga Narasingha is looking like he's got the Jesus look. And they're somewhere around Hamburg, I think. And Alakananda is, are you in Belgrade? Near Belgrade, not so near Belgrade.
It belongs to Belgrade, but actually it's a little bit smaller city and a little bit different history, but it belongs to Belgrade.
It's Achintya Beta Beta. It's
Exactly.
simultaneously Belgrade and not Belgrade.
Exactly.
Okay. And there's Anastasia. Whoops, where did we go? Yeah, Anastasia is in Augsburg. Anastasia is now, since just a couple of weeks, for a second and third time, a mother. Congratulations, Anastasia. She's given birth to twins.
Pranams. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
And oops, I have to go back here. Who did I miss? Divya Darshini in Rijeka or in Zagreb. And there's Malati Mala in Daruvar. And Keli Parayana Sevini in Mendoza. And Valeria, Hare Krishna Valeria, is in Cordoba. Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Don't forget Cordoba. And Madai Jivan is somewhere in Wrocław, maybe. And Anantaram is also somewhere near Novi Sad, maybe. I don't remember. Padma Manjari Mataji, Hare Krishna. She's in the Middle East somewhere, and not Dubai. Dubai, yes. And Mahima Mai is along the coast of Croatia somewhere. And Rita Kishori is somewhere in Czech Republic, unless she's in Split. And Shashini Shiva is in Ljubljana. And Mitila Jivani is not Novi Sad, Sambor. Not sure. And Madhyana Lila is in Ljubljana, and Krishna Ragini, Hare Krishna, might be in Timisoara. And look, Analakshita is with us, and she's somewhere in the country in Lithuania. Yes, why not? So welcome to you all. As I mentioned, for those who have just joined us, I'm now near Oxford. I'll be attending a animal ethics conference next week. I'll say a bit more about that later. So let's go to our song by Srila Narottam Das Thakur, which is here. And I can link it. Okay. Today we have song number 7 of Prema Bhakti Chandrika. This song is only 8 verses, so let's see how we do. Today I I don't have a harmonium with me. Nimish, with whom I'm staying, he kindly shelters me when I come to Oxford, but his harmonium is now at his daughter's home. So we might forego trying to sing it today. That's okay. We can go through the verses and their meanings. So, Radha-Krishna koro dhyāna svapne-o bolo āno. Prema vinā nāhi yugala kiśora prema yeno a-bāna hema ārati pirīti rase dhyāu. Okay. Meditate on Sri Sri Radha-Krsna. Don't desire anything else, even in your dreams. The treasure of love for the youthful divine couple is more valuable than gold purified in 10,000 flames. Okay, Radha-Krishna koro dhyāna. Dhyāna, we know, means meditation, and koro is the imperative to do. So do the meditation on Radha-Krishna. Svapne-o. This o is a kind of emphasis syllable in Bengali, sometimes short I, like we have in the next verse, the last line, Je jane se anurakta. That e is also an emphasis. So svapne-o, not even in dream, or even in dream. And then na is the negative. Even in dream, na bolo anno. This anno would be from the Sanskrit anya, other. And bolo is again imperative to speak. So speak not. What, okay, I think it's in the sense of what to speak of, we would say in English. What to speak of. Don't even think of something else even in dream. Don't dream anything except Radha Krishna. That's a tall order. Prema vinā nāhi. Yeah, a couple of nights ago, I confess, I had a rather graphic dream in which I was fiercely scolding the present U.S. president. I was like Vidura scolding Dhritarashtra. And I was specific because in the dream he was really old and kind of decrepit. And I was telling him that. I was saying, look, you fool. And it seemed like he was listening. Anyway, okay. Well, that was a pretty mundane dream, I must say. I confess. It wasn't about Radha and Krishna. Prema vinā nāhi cāu. The desire of love for the youthful divine couple. No, that's the next line. So prema vinā nāhi. So don't desire anything other than prema, basically. Yugala kiśora prema yeno a-bāna hema. So hema is gold. Lakka, or in Sanskrit laksha, loko. Bāna, bāna I guess means flame. 10 million flames, like 10 million flames. Okay, so he says it's more valuable. This love of Radha and Krishna, this yugala kiśora prema, is more valuable than gold purified in 10,000 flames. Okay. In other words, very pure gold. 24 karat gold. Gold is typically mixed with some other metal because gold is quite soft. And so 24 karat gold is, it's not so practical for ornaments, for jewelry, because I guess it'll easily change its shape. So they'll mix it with some other harder metal. So you get, it's measured in carats for some reason, 9 carat, 18 carat, 22 carat, and so on. Ārati, pirīti, rase, dhyāu. So this dhyāu, I think, is a kind of imperative to meditate. It's not mentioned in the translation. Ārati, pirīti, rase, dhyāu. Meditate on the rasa of love. Ārati, ārati. I don't know if that's referring to the ritual practice of ārati or something else. Okay, verse 2, jala, vinu, mīna, dukkhopai, āyu-hīna, prema, vinu, bhakta. Cātaka, jalada, gati, ekantariti, jane se anurakta. So it's giving some comparisons. As a fish without water suffers and dies, so jala, vinu, without water. Yeno is the comparative here. Mīna means fish. Dukkhopai, āyu-hīna. So a devotee perishes without love for the divine couple. Ayu is the duration of life. So without duration of life, one gains only dukkha, misery. Prema, vinu, bhakta. And this bhakta, without prema, his mata, his mentality, his mind, dukkhopai, gains only misery. And then cātaka, jalada, gati. As a cātaka bird carefully follows the clouds, ekantariti. So a devotee loves the divine couple. je jane se anurakta. So the tradition says that a cātaka bird waits for the water to come from above and never takes water from the earth. So cātaka jalada, a jalada is a water giver, meaning a cloud. And gati means can mean path or way. So a cātaka goes the way of the cloud. Emota ekanta riti, the riti, the affection, love is ekanta, is singularly focused. Emata, his mind is singularly focused. Je jane se anurakta. Knowing this, or je jane, I guess, jane. Se anurakta, one has anurakta, attachment, which is ongoing, so intense love. Okay. Lubda brahmarajeno, so more comparison. Lubda brahmarajeno chakora chandrika teno. Pativrata joner genopati. Anjatro nachole mono. Jano daridrer hema. E mota prema bhakti riti. As a bumblebee yearns for lotus flowers, Lubda brahmarajeno. There's no direct mention of lotus flowers, but I guess it's assumed. A brahmara is a bumblebee, literally a wanderer. And lubda, what is gained by the brahmara? Chakora chandrika teno. A chakora bird yearns for moonlight. Chandrika, the rays of the moon, chandrika. A chaste wife yearns for her husband. Pativrata janir, genopati. So a pativrata is a chaste, a faithful wife. And jana here is person. So of a person who is a pativrata, in other words, a faithful wife, jeno as pati, and implied is longing after, or could also just be, longing after, I guess. Anjatra na chole mana. A pauper yearns for money, a devotee yearns to attain love for the divine couple. Anjatra na chole mana. So, jeno daridrer hema. Daridra is a pauper, a poor person. Hema, again, is gold. So as gold of a poor person in relation to a poor person, anyatra na chale mana, the mind doesn't go anywhere else. Anyatra na chale. E mota prema bhakti riti. the devotee is, yearns to attain a mata, this attitude, this mentality, prema bhakti riti. Riti is, again, I think, just affection. Vishaya gorolomoy, tate mano shukachoy, she shuka dukkha korimano, govinda vishoy rasa, Sanga koro taradasa, prema bhakti shatta korijano. Deva Sri Radhika, you can tell us, for in Bengali, going back to verse 3, Riti, can we just say is affection?
It could also mean rituals.
Oh, as in rites. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this next, in verse 4, Gorala moy. Gorala means poison?
I'm not sure.
Mm.
Yeah. But one thing I noticed, Maharaj, I was also looking at the translation on the website simultaneously. When this Jeno Laksha Bana Hema, this Laksha Bana is actually a focused arrow, like when we
Oh,
yeah. So, but they translate it very differently. That's interesting.
okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I thought bana means arrow. So Laksha Bana is a focused arrow. But then that's hard to relate with hema, isn't it?
Yes.
A gold focused arrow or something.
Mm.
Okay. Vishai Garalamoy Tate Mano Shuka Choi Se Shuka Dukkha Korimano Mano. The happiness of the senses is full of poison. Pride does not bring happiness. These things do not bring happiness. Emphasis. They bring only pain. Taste the nectar of serving Lord Govinda. Associate with his devotees. Learn the truth of loving devotional service. So lots of instruction do like this. Vishai Gorala Maya Tate Mano Sukha Choi. Se Sukha Dukkha Korimano. I don't, okay, mana can mean pride, isn't it? And Sukha Choi, I think Chaya, long is, would be a shadow. So I don't know. Sukha Choya?
Sugar chai. So Garala Maya would be poison like Tahe Manu Sukha chai. Yeah. Chai generally also means to want or to desire.
Yeah. Okay. Se Sukha Dukkha Korimana. So this pride, mana,
Just one thing, Maharaj, I'm sorry to interject. Mano means also sometimes in Bengali it also means to accept it or to hold it in that meaning. That's also sometimes how they use this word mano.
to accept or
Or for example, She Shuka Dukha Kori Mano could also mean that you accept it in that form or
taking dukkha to be sukha,
yes.
taking misery to be happiness. Yeah. Okay. Govinda Vishoy Rasa Sanga koro tarudasa prema bhakti shatta kori jano. This jano, I think, is the imperative to know, isn't it? You should know that prema bhakti is satya, is true, is real. And Govinda Vishay Rasa, the Vishaya means objects. I don't know how this is used here exactly. Taste the nectar of service of Lord Govinda. Sanga koro tar das, and be in association, do association and be his servant, something like that. Taradasa.
Raj, may I just make one comment here, if you please allow?
Please.
Govinda Vishaya Rasa could also mean that the nectar of the subject matter relating to Govinda.
Ah, okay.
Sanga koro taradasa. Sanga koro, associate with his servants. Sanga koro taradasa. That could also be.
Right. Okay, Vishaya can mean the the topic, the subject of Govinda. So the rasa of topics, the subject of Govinda, the matter of Govinda. Okay. And verse 5, madde madde ache dushto drishti kori hoi rushto. Oh, guna viguna kori mane. Govinda vimukha jano spurti nahe hanodono laukika korya shobojane. The treasure of divine love does not present itself before the demons that turn their backs on Lord Govinda. He's translated. Become angry when they see the devotees and think the devotees are ordinary people. Okay, this is... So amongst the dushta, the bad ones, drishti kori hoy, what is rushta? Anger. Seeing the devotees is implied devotees, kori hoy rushta, guna viguna kori mane. They think that what are good qualities, guna, are viguna, are bad qualities. Is that right?
Yes. Madhya Madhya could also mean sometimes. There are the miscreants.
Okay, sometimes.
It could also be, I have to, again, Madhya Madhya ache dushta. It could be both within and sometimes. Both could be implied.
Okay.
Madhya Madhya ache dushta. Drishti kori hai rushta. Yeah, looking at it become upset. Guna viguna korimani. The good qualities. Viguna, I can't recall what it is. Guna viguna korimani. They could, if I have to see what viguna means, but they could assume guna to be viguna. That's what it means.
Yeah, viguna, I think, is kind of the opposite of guna in this context.
Yes.
Govinda vimukha jana, people who have turned their face away from Govinda, spurti nāhi heno dhyāna. Spurti is kind of a flashing or something.
A spark.
A spark, yeah. Nāhi heno dhyāna. There's not a spark of wealth. I don't know. There's not a particle of wealth. Laukika Koriya Shabjane. They think or they consider they know jane, all devotees as laukika, as ordinary, as worldly. Having known Koriya jane, all of them, I don't know. That's a little strange. Spurti nāhi heno dhyāna. Okay. Moving on. Agyan vimukha joto nāhi loy shotomoto ahankare na jane ābāna a-bāni bhakti-hīna jaga madhye shedin vrita taro ashesha bhavana. These unfortunate fools cannot understand the truth. Proud, bewildered by false ego, and empty of devotion for the Lord, they are the poorest and most wretched people in the world. All their thoughts are empty and without meaning. Vrita, in the last line, I think it means useless or like a mistake. Vrita tar ashesha bhavana. Their bhavanas, well, here he translates as thoughts. Bhavana can mean, I think, something stronger than thoughts. Their attitudes, maybe. Their unlimited thoughts are useless. Abhimani bhakti-hīna. They're bhakti-hīna. They're without bhakti, and they're abhimani. They think a lot of themselves, proud of themselves. Jaga madhye shedin. In the midst of the jagat, the universe, shedin, this fallen person, this wretched person. Agyan vimukha jata. Nāhi loish. I don't know, what is this shatamata?
Mata means mentality, shata means spiritual or truthful.
Oh, okay, as in satya.
Yes, I think for example, verse 5 talks about a person who is averse to devotees. So sometimes those who see devotees, madhe madhe ache, there are sometime or within, there are some dushta or miscreants who upon seeing devotees become upset. Drishti kori hoy rushta, guna viguna kori mani. So they take their qualities to be disqualifications. So guna viguna kori mani. Govinda vimukha jana. Those who are turning away from Govinda, spurti nāhi heno dhyāna. Spurti could mean spark or some light or happiness, for example. Spurti nāhi. So those who are turning away from Govinda, they do not heno or it could also mean attain or have dhyāna, wealth. So that wealth of enthusiasm they cannot ever get. And Lokika Korea Shabu Jane. It means that they take everything or everybody as worldly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or they consider every worldly thing as the ultimate. And yeah, it could mean both. I have to look at the Bengali because that would
Yeah.
make a little bit difference.
Yeah.
Agyana vimukha jato nāhi loy shatamoto. And those who are turned away from knowledge and also turned away from Govinda, agyana vimukha jato nāhi loy shatamoto. So those who have turned away as well as are agyanis or having no knowledge, they do not take to the path of truthfulness or absolute truth.
Okay. Ahankare na jane a-bāna. The in ahankara, in this false ego, as Prabhupada says, they don't know themselves. Na jane a-bāna.
Yes, that is one interpretation. Ahankare, they also do not know their pride or false ego. They are not aware of it. That could also be derived from here. Ahankare na jane apana. Or, yes, ahankare. So that would mean that these proud individuals, puffed up individuals, do not know themselves.
Yeah. Abhimani bhaktihin jaga madhye sedin britat har ashesha bhavana. Their unlimited bhavanas, their attitudes or thoughts, whatever they may be thinking, it's all vrita, it's all a waste. Right? And number 7, arashava parihari parama ishara hari sheva mana prema koryasha asho akabraja raja pure govinda rashika vare koro shadai abhilasha. This translation: O mind, renounce everything and desire only to love and serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Hari, Lord Govinda, the best of them who taste transcendental nectar, stays in King Nanda's house. Desire him only. So Ara Shab Parihari, giving up everything else, Parama Ishvara Hari Seva Mana. O mind, serve the Supreme Ishvara Hari. Prema Kori Asha, making prema your hope. Your aspiration. Eka Braja Raja Puri. In the place, the town of Raja Raja, the king of Raja, Govinda Rasik Vare, Vare is the choice, the best. Govinda Rasik, best of Govinda Rasik, of those who relish Govinda, koro, always make the your abhilasha, your longing for to be an excellent rasa, Govinda Rasika, something like that. Would that be close, Devashri? No.
Yeah, Eka Braje Rajapuri Govinda Rashika Vare. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And finally, Narottam Das Kohe Shada Mur Pran Dahe. Oh, Hano Bhakta Sanga Na Paya. So Narottam Das says, Kohe Shada Mur Pran Dahe. My prana, my life heirs or my life is always burning. Hano Bhakta Shanganapai, having not attained such association of bhaktas or of such a bhakta, a-bāna nāhi or michai hoinu bor dukkha rahu antare jagya. Let's see. No one is as unfortunate as I. I am overcome by material illusion, and great pain is beginning to awaken in my heart. So abhagya, of one who is unfortunate. This is related to the word, bhagyavan is fortune, having fortune, bhagyavan, and which is related to Bhagavan. And abhagya is unfortunate or lacking bhagya, good fortune, or literally shares. Nāhi ar oro. So there is not one more unfortunate. Michai hoinu bora. Bora is a burden. And micha is falsity, unsubstantiality. So michai, this total meaninglessness or falseness, illusion. Dukkha rahu antare jagya. So jagya, having awakened, antare, within, dukkha rahu, dukkha, misery remains, rahu. Is that the idea? Deva Sri Radha.
Yes. Yeah, I was just sorry, Maharaj. I was just reading the whole verse together. The misery remains awakened in the heart. That's what it means.
Okay.
Yeah, or sorrow remains awakened in the heart. I just also looked up the Bengali. It's written here Govinda Rasika Vare, but I looked at the Bengali transcripts. It's actually Bore, and Bore means the great, for example.
Okay, which verse was that?
The 7th verse. And the third line, Eka Braje Rajapure Govinda Rashika Vare, but it's actually Bore in Bengali.
Which means?
Great.
Oh,
or the
as in,
supreme.
as in bolo.
Yeah.
Okay, so Akabraja Raja Pure Govinda Rasika Bore. So what's the exact sense of it? Govinda Rasik Bore, a great Rasika of Govinda, koro. So the imperative is become a great Rasika?
So I'll take the whole verse together. Ara Shrava Parihar. Everything else is a way to give it up. Parama Ishvara Hari. Everything else is lowly. The supreme most Ishvara is Hari. O Mana, uh, serve him. Prema Kori Ash. Hope or desire to love. And who? Ekabraja Rajapure. In the land of Braja, the greatest Govinda, the Rasika Govinda, Karoho Shadhaya Vilash.
Ah,
That should be the ultimate desire, or
oh,
forever hold that desire.
so Govinda is the greatest Rasika. Ah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, and in this translation says, Lord Govinda, the best of them who taste transcendental nectar. Okay, that makes sense. Good, thank you for that. Okay. Jai, Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. So I think we will end our Narottam engagement this time because we want to go now immediately to our next subject. And our next subject is devotee care, which, hey, Mangi Gopi, I think you are going to leave. We're going to have several reports, I believe.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Hare Krishna, my obeisances, dear Maharaj and devotees. Thank you so much for encouraging us, Maharaj, and inspired us to continue this really wonderful service. And also, I'm very grateful that you entrusted to me that I communicate with devotees and be messenger to your message and check a little bit out about how they are doing. So we start this service in Povershche, 1st of June, where we were physically gathered there. And then we continued because you encouraged us to do so. So some devotees continue with that groups that they are formed there on the spot. But then some others were not possible because devotees live in a different part of the countries or other countries. But some of them, despite of that, they continue to gather online. So we have a couple of groups, 6 groups that are gathered around, and they are mostly from this area of Western Balkan, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Serbia, devotees who were there. And then we will hear now how they're gathering and this system of support developed through this period of time, what they did together. And then also all the devotees here that are online are also encouraged to maybe create a group if you find it inspiring, and so that you can be also included, and for them maybe next of the time to present also. And we'll see maybe from this wonderful activities something really bigger for Krishna can be born. So but as a first, like Maharaj, we would like to ask you, is there anything that we as your disciple are not really aware of that we can also be more of your service? Is there anything that we as a group gathered here collectively and individually can do something more for you that we are not really aware, or that maybe you thinking about and didn't say before?
Okay, thank you. Well, I'm very well taken care of, actually. Thank you. I don't think there's anything specific. And if there is, we'll let you know.
Okay, thank you, Maharaj. So then we will start with Nritya Kishori because she will presenting her group and she has a small child, so it's like
A small child who is a smiling child.
Yeah, yes. So yes, Nritya Kishori, if you just please can tell us who is in your group and then whatever you prefer to share with us, please. We have 6 groups and one group is not physically present, but they ask me to read what were the activities and other presenters are here. And we can have like a few minutes, maybe every presenter have like 3 to 4 minutes, and then we can have a discussion like last half an hour together. Okay, Nritya Kishori, are you here?
Hare Krishna, yes, I'm here. I can now I'll present about our group. So I am, we are online group because we are not even in the same country. I live in Czech Republic and at the moment I'm in Croatia visiting my parents in Split. And our group members of our group are Malati Mala, her husband Nadiani Mai Prabhu, Mahima Mai, and myself, Nritya Kishori Dasi. And we, from us, Malati Mala was in Površje. I was not there, Mahima Mai was also not there. So our group was formed in the end of June. And during July, we exchanged WhatsApp messages and we met once on WhatsApp call. And on this WhatsApp call, in the beginning, we discussed what means for us devotee care in this context, how we can help one another, and in which ways we might serve others. And in order to serve each other better, we thought we should first get to know each other more. We like Mahima Mai, Malati Mala, they know for a long time, and I also know them from like some gatherings, meetings. So yes, we presented where we live and what we do usually in life, how we serve. For me, it was very nice to hear devotees' realizations, and it was very touching. And we could see that our group, regarding some practical financial social situation, that we are like well established. Even, for example, our Mahim, like taken care. Even, for example, our Mahima Mai, who lives on an island. She's a widow, and although, like what she says, she doesn't live, and I like this her what I could see from conviction. She says she doesn't live. She's not alone. She's with Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, and her deities. And from practical point of view, like living alone in this house. And from she has like once a week from government free housekeeper who comes to her house and by car takes her shopping and to bank. So that's some practical help she has from government, like from state help. And then when she needs some help from repairing something in house, her daughter comes with a husband and a child, son. So, and regarding our spiritual lives, some have like also live association of devotees, like Malati Mala is still traveling a lot and with her family in Darwar. and I'm in Czech Republic, and Mahimama is mostly, she's very satisfied with these online sanghas we have, and with the Bhagavad Gita discussions we had, and she had some 3 times a week sangha in Croatian language. So yeah, we felt like quite satisfied in our own circumstances as our own small group. And one half-baked point, because this something that we just recently this week discussed in our WhatsApp group through messages, was point about elderly devotees, like generally elderly devotees, how they are taken care. Like there was a question, is there in somewhere in Europe, is there opportunity for elderly devotees to spend time in a temple? Like obviously not in the usual way of like really intense life that younger people can endure, and like elderly people who are able, willing to pay for stay. So that's something what we just discussed through messages. We didn't speak this week. So yeah, so that's from our side. If Hemang, you want to ask me something, or yeah.
Thank you so much. It's really nice that you gather together and open different topics that are relevant to you from your personal well-being on different platforms, that also to this topics that are also relevant to the whole community, as taking care of elder devotees, and maybe also being able through such a gathering to provide the relevant information that otherwise would not be easily available as a single devotee. So that's really wonderful. I hope you also developed this some idea how you will continue your association, and also in that way continue to support each other through such a gathering together. I don't know if there is anything else that Maharaj would like to ask you, or
No, just yeah, that's good. It's the starting. It's we're taking sort of baby steps in this endeavor, and so you've made a good start. And it sounds like that's how we want it to go. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Nritya Kishori. So here we have also another group. It's Shimantadvi Prabhu will present them. So I hope you are here. I saw your name, but I didn't see you. So if you are here, please join us. And I know that yesterday was your birthday. I saw on social media. So happy birthday. May Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, and all devotees. And getting from Zagreb, yes, we are inspired with meeting in Površje also. And we start this Vaishnava Seva, Narasimha Vaishnava Seva group, because in Zagreb. And members are Rasodadi Hari Prabhu, Surya Kunda, Sumitra, Carolina, Apsara Kunda, Muktinath, Maitili, Ishimantadvipa. 8 altogether. And we are all living in Zagreb or near to Zagreb, very near, maybe a few kilometers around. And we had 2 Zoom meetings and make some arrangement how to do it, how often we will meet together, and where, how, and all these details. And we also have a WhatsApp group for some question, practical question in any time. We can exchange information very quickly. Our idea is first time to associate together. A few weeks ago, we got a request from Surya Kunda to write something about devotees, glories of devotees. And I was amazed a little bit that actually I don't know so much about my good brother and good sister. We are living together I know, from the Sunday feast, from all these gatherings, Vyasa pujas, all these things, but actually we don't know each other really, And it was my idea that it is not good actually because we are family, Our main idea is that we have a family relationship to make our association more deeper, and our plan is to make once a month, make together in some of the house and of devotees. Each time is change, and one Sunday we'll start at 12 o'clock noon, and then take enough time to associate very nicely and qualitatively, because we don't have any strict procedure, not so much like bhajan lecture and prasadam, but we will have all together, kind of, And the main thing is that we have nice communication, nice association. And also we would like to go to some excursion, maybe on some mountains or on Površje, also very near to Zagreb, and we can make some seva also there on Radhika or something like that, And our idea is that we based our association on the Upadeshamrita, this verse, Dadati prati grinati, guhe magati prishati, bhungte bhajate chaiva satvidi pritilakshanam. To exchange some between devotees, some love between devotees, offer prasadam, accept prasadam, and speak in nice way that we can open our mind. And also it's very important to us that everything we speaking about and associate that we stay in family. Very important for us, because that if we make nice relationship, nice association, everything will come. And one thing more is that we would like to, because we are actually people near to 50s or over 50s, most of us, And actually, yeah, there is some challenges, in practical way. We can help each other, to so many ways, And this can be happen also if we have trust and love between us. This is our main hopes, that we can, through the association, also know mood or of our spiritual master, our Guru Maharaj, and to exchange some ideas how to serve better, And there is other devotees who can more access, more service, more information, and we can share together how to do some service extra and more. This be nice. And also there is young devotees who are young god brothers who are coming to our association and get maybe first initiation. That is very good that we have association with them together with other devotees. This is our main focus. I hope we will make nice and beautiful association. We'll see. Thank you.
Say,
Thank you.
sounds good. Yes, your point about not knowing each other, I think, is that may be a general situation for many devotees, that we meet here online, we meet here or there a little, not very much, and within the theme of devotee care, I think care comes naturally when devotees know each other, isn't it?
Yes.
There's a natural connection and therefore natural care. So good. Keep it going.
Thank you.
Also inspiring that you decided that you will have some social gathering like go to the mountain or things like that. Even these secular people, they are doing such a things, and they call it team building. They are going to the football together, and then they discuss some work things and like that. And sometimes we also lacking this healthy social approach, how we socialize as a devotee together. So that's just a wonderful idea. And here I really have a wonderful quote that is said, like, whenever we know ourselves spiritually, we naturally know other too. We know them in their spiritual essence, and then our relationships are deeper, forever, and unlimitedly meaningful. So this is from Radhanath Swami quote, but it's really inspiring and related to that you are really trying to your wonderful gathering. Thank you so much, Srimant Dvip Prabhu. Here I also have the third group is they are not physically here online present, but they send me their letter what their activities were. This is from Mandali, Mahatma Prabhu's daughter, and their groups, which are consistent from Neshala, on Bhakti in Radmila, Kalyani, and Mukunda Prabhu. They are in the one group. And she sent this letter to me to read it for you. She said, Hare Krishna, I'm Mandali, Mahatma Prabhu's daughter. And after Pavarshya, we made a WhatsApp group where we discussed when we will meet again and what our goals for these groups are. Our first meeting was online, where we talked about what devotional care means for each of us. We agreed that our first priority will be just getting to know each other and to meet every 14 days on Ekadashi, and so it happened that every Ekadashi it was possible to meet in person. In Slovenia, we had 3-week-long padayatra where we all attended when we could. For our group's survival, I have to give a big thank to Mukunda. He really united our group and satisfied us with ice cream and pizza when we were hungry. This was really devotional care practice. He has now become my role model and mentor, and I am really thankful to you for encouraging these devotional care groups. Our next meeting will be in 1 week when Neshala will be in Slovenia, so we can meet in person again. She said, if you have thoughts or feedback, we would be happy to share it with us. This is from Mandali.
Very good. And Mandali is the next generation. It's nice that she's active in that way. And yes, pizza and ice cream will always bring devotees together, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
One thing occurs to me is it might be good to facilitate whoever might want to join an existing group or create their own group. Yeah, some means of facilitation like that could be good.
Yeah. We also hope that this could expand also for some more groups and devotees anywhere else. They are also present here, that are present here or not yet, but that's a hope and aspiration also. We'll see. Yeah. So here next presenter would be Shashini Shiva. Can you join us now?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Obeisances to all. Jai Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I would present the group of 3 ladies. We are Purnamasi. She's actually not our god sister, but she was present at Pavarshya at that time. She's very senior devotee, and her profession is kindergarten teacher, so she's quite a deep person, and we are really happy to have her with us. And the second is Hemangi Gopi and me, Shashini Shiva. So that day we were discussing mostly. Hemangi Gopi was presenting that there was one conference, ISKCON conference, where mostly the speakers were males. Not so many Vaishnavis was speaking there at that conference. And later on, Hemangi Gopi saw that there are many qualified ladies between present there on that conference, and they were not actually speaking and presenting topics which they are qualified about. So Hemangi Gopi was somehow making some kind of encouragement. So on next ISKCON conference, they will include more ladies, and this was somehow also our main topic at that meetings. So we could see more qualified ladies and encourage them to participate, to speak up, to give their voices, give their knowledge, share their knowledge between the society. This was one subject which we discussed, and second was subject was how to support the young generation, the second generations of girls who they have any kind of problems which they cannot talk openly. So we could create some safe space for them and give them some kind of support as some kind of spiritual aunties. And we know also from our community here in Slovenia, we know some girls who they had problems and they couldn't address to anyone. So we were thinking that we can serve at that in these ways. So all three we were thinking, because we are like all a little bit in age already, we could support these girls. But later on, when we met on online like group, our main thing was that we for that we could support others, we could first see what we need, like what are our needs, because we also are all working ladies and we have a lot of we give a lot of energy at the jobs, and we don't have so much time to support our spiritual life. So between our in this group we want to create that we three support each other whatever we need, like we would have some online readings, discussions, and we said that we will meet once per month, and we would whatever we read, and we would share then in this group, and this way support each other, so we could also then give it on outside. So first we have to be strong and see where our needs are, what we need to be supportive in the community. So this was our discussion on WhatsApp group which we made it. So like this is from our side, if Hemangi Gopi has something to add.
Thank you so much, Shashini Shiva, for presenting our group. Yes, actually, community is like occupied with so many things, and sometimes with no bad intention we are exclude somebody or not pay enough attention, but it's really wonderful to really bring that attention in a humble and a positive way, so that we can all, whatever we have, whether we are in a male or female body, can offer our best self to the Lord, and to be supportive toward each other. And I'm also very happy that we also started our group with what are basic a need at the moment, and how we can support each other to be nourished, spiritual nourished, and whatever else nourished, so that we can also be serve in the best way and also inspire other in that way. So thank you for presenting that nicely. And yeah, this is from my side on that behalf. I don't know whether Maharaj would like to comment anything on that.
Just your point of spiritual aunties for the next generation. That's nice. Maybe we need some spiritual uncles also.
Yes, for sure.
For the boys.
Yes.
Every time I see, the children, it's always from one year to the next that they are twice as tall. And so it's hard to conceive how quickly everyone grows. You see them one year, they're 1 meter tall, next year 2 meters tall, next year maybe not 3 meters, but so yeah, this is certainly an important aspect of devotee care, caring for those who are growing up, and especially when they become teenagers, isn't it? They're trying to figure out, who am I? We're all trying to figure out, but they're especially trying to figure out. Yeah, so very good. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Shishini Shiva. So next presenter will be Kirtidanandini. Kirtidanandini, I hope you are here.
Okay. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna dear devotees. We are a group of Madhyan Harinam Amrita and Odarya Chandrika and Yamuna Amrita joined now, and myself, Kirtidanandini. So we meet so far twice. First meeting was more of basically like others, knowing to what devotee care is, what means to us, how we see it, how people around and the way of thinking, and how often we listen when we try to help someone, and how fast we giving advice to people that they didn't even ask to. So we had a first assignment when we gathered first time. So we had a homework to pick some person that we see or we feel we could help, but be aware of ourselves, how we act. Do we really listen and not giving advice? So we had homework that was a very nice experience to see how I can talk about myself, how I have this urge to give advice even when I'm not asked to. So then more the second time we have on WhatsApp groups, so we're quite active. We had more steps now how to reflect. Now we have one step to read the book Devotional Care by His Holiness Niranjana Swami. So now we're gonna read the book. So we're gonna the next meeting we're gonna discuss about that, brainstorming, and we have another thinking to forward that in some few meetings that we're gonna invite some guests that they are in devotee care. So we are talking mostly about this. So first we were discussing what about devotee care means to us. We have we each other know very good, so we passed that this. So now we have steps to what to do in future. First, we're gonna read now this book, and we have a homework till next time that to ask ourselves, what do we want, if we really want to be part of devotional care project, and why. So for the first meeting we have already signed, but it's in September because the August is so full of festivals and retreats. So that's how far we get now. Yeah. Maybe if Madhyana Lila is here, can also say something if she wants to.
I think this is more or less all.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Kirtidanandini. It's really inspiring how you are trying to continuously being engaged with these homeworks and then keep constant meditation on your service together and these readings that you are planning to do and being good listener. It's a wonderful approach to this service. I'm so really grateful that I could hear such a thing that you shared with us. Thank you so much. Maharaj, would you like to add something or ask?
I like the idea of you're having specific tasks between meetings, specific, you call it homework. We never liked the word homework in school. Homework was, it was kind of a bad word because it was always what you don't want to do when you go home. But maybe, I don't know, some other word, home play, something, anyway, but the idea of doing something, read something, consider something, write something, plan something in between, I think is good, very good. And that keeps the pot on the stove, so to say, and keeps the keeps stirring the sweet rice. That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dear Kirtidanandini. And then there is one more group left, and this is Venupani and my group. We already have like system of support as we are a married couple, but we realize that now because of busy schedule, his and mine, and so many activities that are unpredictable and really huge steps and projects that we completed and another just yet to start, that somehow our reading activities and shelter of reading together was neglected. So then we decided, what if we create this official supportive group like Devotee Care and start do official reading together, but what? And then we realized because we couldn't really manage to, because of these different activities, to have this continuity in reading. So we will do it, and then we will specifically explore certain topic that we realize that could be helpful to help us bring this steadiness into this activity of taking shelter in the Shastra. So we decided to read and research more about time. And then also inspired with Radhika Raman Prabhu that I actually recall these memories of our Gaudiya study groups that we had like maybe years ago, organized by Oxford Center for Hindu Studies, where we had different topics and lectures, and Maharaj was one of them, and also Radhika Raman, and he really approached wonderfully this topic of time in Bhagavata Purana, and he bring us awareness how we live in this consumeristic culture, where we really approach to the time, factor of time, that we don't value present time, but we are waiting some future time to come, and then something will improve and such a things. And then he really stressed out the point how through this aggressive approach and manipulative approach of to time, where we're trying to kill time, manage time, spend time, save time, or maintain this business-like approach to time, how we can actually be stuck and waste a lot of time and actually not really use it for our service to the Lord. So then I discussed this with Venu, and he said, oh yes, this is a big topic and can help us a lot to utilize this time that is entrusted to us so that we can do something really nice. And then he said, we can do anything to approach this topic. And he said, now I'll use this artificial intelligence, this Google Copilot. And he said, I'll find this different approach, how we can see what we can list. We can create a list, what topic could be possibly explored and where to start. And then he listed these aspects of time in Shastra to relate to time capacity, like time capacity to protect souls. So how to explore more about it. Then time as a Lord's realm, and also divine in Lila uses temporal. This time explained the divine Lila and to reshape the cosmic events. And then how time serves the Lord, we will also explore on that. And then this time as administrating karma, how time is actually administrating our karma, and what about that. Then time impact on jivas, analytical insights, time as a mirror of consciousness, and ethical dimensions of time. Also, it is wonderful to explore so many dimensions of justice, or like karmic or dharmic or adharmic approaches and understanding. Then practical application to time. And then we also decided to start, there is a wonderful chapter in this book, Bhagavata Purana, the second chapter. There is also a couple of little subtitles that are so inspirational. We are starting to reading this, and then yes, trying to see how can help us also in our service. And we came to idea because we also have this request to write an article or on this fourth chapter of fourth canto of Bhagavatam. So we decided to see which verses are reflecting time, factor of time, and then through our researching that we will try to explore a different approach, that we can use all these materials to write that article on Canto 4 of Srimad Bhagavatam in December. So yeah, this is for two of us.
Very good. Sounds like you have a plan. You're interesting point you mentioned from Radhikaraman Prabhu about the aggressive approaches to time management, and killing time is perhaps the most violent, and so on. Yeah, everyone in the modern, what we call the rat race, is doing more or less violent things with time. It's a fact, wasting time, or trying desperately to not waste time. So that's nice. You have a research project. So all the best. Yes, why not have a husband-wife devotee care team?
Yeah. we realize, because when we make it official, like sometimes official things really could be very helpful, because we are now, when we are doing this, we are like sometimes doing, sometimes not doing because of other things or so many other excuses. But when we make it official, now probably that will keep us consistent. So yeah, it's a good thing to do. And I also kindly asking all the devotees present here, if you already have some verses in mind that you already read about, research, explore, can you please share with me privately on WhatsApp so that we can also include in our little research. Thank you so much.
You mean on this topic of time?
Yeah, yes, on the topic of time.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
Good.
So these are presentations, and I don't know if other Vaishnavas are.
There's Devotee Radhika. If you are still here, I think you could tell us about what's happening in Zurich.
Oh, okay, great.
Yes, Maharaj, thank you very much. And also I would like to thank all the devotees who presented so far. Unfortunately, just due to time constraints and also my laziness, I've not been able to be in touch with everyone, especially on our Saturday Sangas. But just these few moments of listening to what's going on in different parts of the world, just within the God family, is very encouraging. And it feels like just Krishna showing in bold letters that devotee care is really, the topic of the season, you could say. And I hope it's a long season where devotee care remains as a highlight. Yes, Marge, by your instructions and blessings, I would just share something that we're doing here in Zurich. I had a PowerPoint presentation. I don't know if I can put it up. I'll try now. So, this is something called the Sacred Tree Project. Let me see if I can also share the logo with you if I have it here. No. So the logo for the Sacred Tree Project is actually a tree with two hands, and that's the community holding things together. And the Sacred Tree Project, the logo takes inspiration from the redwood trees. It's something I heard from His Holiness Radha Maharaj, and I researched a bit into it. And the redwood tree is quite a remarkable example. It grows very tall. And the forest of the redwood tree remains so strong is because the roots, they go very deep and the roots are interconnected. And that is to realize how our deep connections with each other are the reason why we can go really far ahead in our Krishna consciousness. So it's so important to be deeply connected in our roots. And this is the idea with which Sacred Tree in Zurich began. It's a congregation development project, and this was a presentation we made to the temple board. We started only this year. We finished level 1s, and the Sacred Tree project has 6 levels. And we are hoping that we will see individuals all the way until initiation. And why do we think that this is a devotee care project is because at least in the Swiss community, we found that, we were all coming to the temple, but how much did we really know each other, right? We just discussed that, yes, we meet individuals, but how much do we really know? And like Maharaj said, that devotee care becomes natural as soon as you know somebody. And that was also, on a personal level, my experience, that if I really got to know a devotee, the love in the heart naturally was awakened for that person. And when you love, you care. So the goal is to love the devotees enough so that the care naturally is there. And relationships are therefore the cornerstone of any thought in this direction. Of course, there are many limbs like, security for older devotees and marriage counseling. These are many limbs of devotee care. But Sacred Tree, especially in the Zurich Yatra, what's been happening is that devotee care has been happening in bits and pieces, but there's not been a concentrated effort. And the Sacred Tree project is a concentrated effort in that direction. where we start from scratch. We start with deepening relationships and creating a Sanga. And from there on, we will develop a mentorship program. And from there on, we will look at marriage counseling. And from there on, we will look at hospice and other kind of different options that we could really provide for in terms of care, education, and so on. So we also have a vision group which is working on the side. But today I will just speak about Sacred Tree, which basically focuses on strengthening relationships. We meet every Friday, and it's a small group of only 10 individuals, and we are starting another group of another 10 individuals, and these are you could say friends of Krishna, individuals who've been coming to the temples. They are cultivated individuals, but maybe not going deeper in relationships and so forth. So this is something I presented to the temple board about Prabhupada's strong emphasis on development of the congregation and the spreading of Krishna consciousness, but mostly to highlight the importance of devotee care and support. Prabhupada always said that we begin with teaching, and these individuals will teach others. That's how we make devotees. But our first duty is to engage everybody in service. And it does not mean that it's like a task that, okay, now you do service, but individually we should feel inspired to do service. And that's the goal, that all the individuals who are part of the Sacred Tree project will feel some sense of leadership, some sense of belonging to the community, which would be collective, but also individual. So these are some of the goals of the project. And yeah, Sacred Tree, these are some of the important thresholds: relationship building, devotee care, and mentorship. This is what we are focusing on in the first phase. And it's a hybrid program in Zurich, which is both online and offline, where we come together, we read, we share, because even in our Krishna conscious day-to-day, there are some mundane things which can really shake up our Krishna consciousness. And this is a forum to deepen relationship and share that. Some content we take from the Bhakti Vriksha system, but this is quite modified to suit the needs of the local community here. So there is a philosophical basis which kind of helps to break the ice and people begin to share, and then it goes into a discussion. And we do this for 4 weeks. The 5th week we have a break, and 6th week we get together physically, where we do something. In the last level that we recently completed, we had a picnic by the lake. That was very nice, where we could get together and just share and have human interactions. I think that was also brought up in our recent presentation here, having those good normal social connections, which we sometimes miss. And yeah, so these are the expected outcomes and benefits that we could think of: deeper relationships and a sense of home. I think that's what we wanted to bring about or highlight in the Sacred Tree project. So these are some of the outcomes and benefit. And right now, the team comprises of individuals who are seriously thinking in this direction of deepening relationship and being there for each other in terms of at least emotional and physical support. Of course, there are other aspects of devotee care like financial support and other things which we may not be ready for now. But the vision is there that in the future, we will also move in that. So I just wanted to share, this is the mission. And then value. So that's our values: care, culture, cultivation. So I think, yes, that was pretty much it about the Sacred Tree project. It's still at a very initial phase in the yatra, but we are hoping that it can expand to other things like mentorship, giving spiritual care, and also in counseling of different sorts, and so on. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You mentioned in the beginning there are 6 levels. What are these levels that you meant?
Yes, Maharaj. So because the name is sacred tree, we try to have the levels also named according to the progression of a tree. So bija, praroha, and so on. So first level is where it's kind of cultivation. Second level is congregation. Third level is commitment. So these different levels kind of first they start with simpler topics which churn the heart about faith and doubt and these kind of things about the mind. These are topics which, whether you are the first day at the temple or maybe the 100th day at the temple or even 600th day at the temple, these are topics we all struggle with. And because it's a diverse group of senior and also not so senior devotees, it's a nice mix because we can all learn and share with each other. And these levels are going all the way up to we call it complete perfection, which is kind of individuals who have not made the commitment of initiation or don't feel like a sense of belonging to the community find their place and find their hood or that way. So these are the different levels which kind of there is a philosophical progression but also a densification of the relationship and also taking some service related things, and also individuals can lead their own groups also. So it's sharing the care further on. So that's how we designed it.
Okay. I guess I'm thinking about how, in what ways what you're doing might be shared further with other yatras, including our Shishya Yatra. And I don't know, maybe one small step would be to make what you just showed, the PowerPoint, available. I don't know if that could be done in some way.
I can share it on the group we have of the disciples. I can share it there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just one note is that this presentation was actually made for the temple administration because it's a temple recognized project.
Yeah.
But soon I'm working on with the team to launch a video. It would be like a soft, because so far Sacred Tree is not officially launched. We did a pilot project and it worked quite well. And now we are going into a proper soft launch, they say. And somehow that's what they call it, because we will have on our public forums, we'll have a video, because in the course of time we were able to compile these short snippets from Swam Bhagwan Keshav Maharaj, Kinchana Krishna Prabhu, Kripa Mai Prabhu, just individuals who've been very much in devotee care or building relationships, and that's been the focus of their service, for example. So I could perhaps, it might even be better if I share that video once it's ready.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm hoping by middle of August, so it's like 2 weeks from now, I should be in a position to share that.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, and I was thinking even more ongoing now and then. Maybe we can hear some update on how that goes.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you all for all your presentations on this. And I would just say to others here in the group, you might consider, some of you might consider initiating such a group yourselves. I'm thinking of Argentina. What's happening in Argentina? So you might, those of you present in Argentina might think about something like this, how you could connect with each other. Just a suggestion. Okay. Let's see, one little thing I wanted to share, because as I mentioned, I'm now in Oxford, and next week I'll be attending this conference. They call it a summer school. The Oxford Center for Animal Ethics. And what I thought I could do is share with you the link. They have a short video about the conference last year, and that will, it's like 8 minutes long, and it can give you some idea of how the conference this year will be going. Here is the link. I just put on the chat, and you'll see in the beginning of, I think you'll see in the beginning of that, the website, a video you can watch. Just gives you some idea. The theme of the conference this year is the ethics of animal confinement. So quite last minute, I submitted a proposal which was accepted. And the title of my presentation is Cows, Confinement, and the Logic of Bhakti, with a subtitle, The Case of Bhakti Vedanta Manners Cow Protection Sanctuary. And they give 20 minutes for the presentation and then 10 minutes for discussion. So during that time, I think what's perhaps going to be the highlight of my presentation is a very short video showing their annual, they call Go Mochana Utsava, the festival of releasing the cows. The cows are in the barn for so many months of the winter. And then in the spring, in April, devotees all gather and you could say they cheer the cows as they come out of the barn, and the cows come out running. They're so excited. So I want to show that in this context of the subject of animal confinement, and then give a little reflection on what this is all about. So that's my plan, and with all of your blessings, I may be able to present something next week. There's that, and then again, ever so briefly, you know, I like to share show and tell books, and I happened to see in the bookshelf of Nimish Prabhu, with whom I'm staying, he has one of Satsarup Maharaj's books, The Wild Garden Collected Writings, 1990 to 1993. And Gopinath Acharya Prabhu once mentioned that this is one of his favorite books of Satsarup Maharaj. So I thought I will read. These are just so many short writings, reflections. And so here is one in which he is reflecting on Vrindavan while he is in Gitanagari, Pennsylvania. I'll try to read slowly for translators. This morning, when I was singing before Radha Damodar, I thought of Vrindavan. O Vraja, I am so far away from you. Please, can I directly address someone? my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, don't say that I cannot address anyone, because if I can't, then I am utterly alone. And God doesn't want me to feel that way. It is cold outside. That means a bottle of whiskey for some, or crime, the jagged pains of anger. All are told, quote, love God and be kind to others, unquote. What can it mean to someone shivering in the cold of illusion? There are millions of cities, all bigger than that little dirt town of Vrindavan in Uttar Pradesh, India. Vrindavan has poor electrical lines. Sometimes they glow and flames shoot out. It has no central heating. It is an insignificant place. But from our viewpoint, Vrindavan is the hub of the world, the center of the world. Boston is not the hub, or Chicago, or New York, or Los Angeles, or London, Paris, Moscow. A small town named Raja is the hub. When that earth tremor occurred, a tremor is a shaking, as like a minor earthquake. When that earth tremor occurred, all the Vrajavasis started shouting, Radhe, Radhe, and running to the Yamuna. They took it as a divine manifestation of prema bhakti and were ready to die in some leela. The poverty and elegance of New York City are appalling, that is shocking, and ignorant compared to Vrindavan. So that's the sort of little meditations that he shares with devotees. I thought it's nice. Sri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Samavekta Bhaktavinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Next Saturday will be a little party, a retreat. I'll be in Singachalam, and some of you will also be there. Several of you will also be there. So we look forward to seeing you there, those of you, and those who won't be able to come in person. I believe everything will be accessible online. So you're welcome to join that. Okay, thank you all very much for joining today, and I wish you a wonderful week. Stay safe and stay sane, and chant and be happy. Gaur Premanande Haribol Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Jai Guru Maharaj.
Jai Guru
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna.
Thank you, Gurudev.
Hare
Maharaj Ki jai.
Krishna.